The United States military is the most powerful and advanced fighting force in human history. And yet, it was just hit by a fleet of fighter jets that your grandfather could have flown. I'm talking about the F-5 Tiger and the F-4 Phantom. Hello everyone, and welcome to the new episode of Polit Affairs. According to a bombshell NBC News investigation, these Iranian antics penetrated America's multi-layered defense system and hammered the most sensitive bases in the Middle East during the first day of the recent war between Iran, Israel, and US. NBC News reported that this was the first time an enemy fixed-wing aircraft has struck an American military base after World War II. The attack caused panic and even a friendly fire incident that saw a Kuwaiti jet shoot down 3 US Air Force aircraft after the incident. This isn't a failure of a single system, it's a catastrophic failure of a multi-billion-dollar network. More than F-5s, sources confirm Iran's Air Force also made extensive use of F-4 Phantoms to conduct strike missions against fixed US targets, leveraging their large payload capacity. This shatters the narrative that Iran's Air Force was non-operational during the war. And that was just the opening act. The NBC report says, Iran didn't just lob a few missiles, it systematically targeted American power projection for weeks. Across 7 countries and 11 military bases, the damage was so extensive, far worse than officials publicly admitted. We are talking billions of dollars and years of repairs, to the point that these bases are not operational anymore, and the Arabs are not willing to have them in their countries simply because they act like magnets for enemy fire. Iran did it simultaneously with the Israeli front. Almost half of the Iranian attacks were focused on Israel, and the rest on US bases and assets in the Persian Gulf. The Pentagon is desperate to hide this. The NBC report reveals that the Department of War even asked private satellite companies to block images of its destroyed bases. They know a cover-up is the only way to protect the myth of invincibility. But the physical damage to concrete and steel isn't the point. The real defeat is psychological and strategic. When a vintage F-4 Phantom, a plane that first flew during the Vietnam War, can successfully bomb a modern US base, the entire concept of deterrence dies. While Patriot systems were protecting this military base, what was the secret behind these Iranian fighter jets' success? It appears that this jet was flying at such a low altitude, around 50 feet, that the Patriot and other defense systems failed to detect it, allowing the aircraft to successfully carry out its operations. Certainly, it requires an elite and courageous pilot to fly an over 60-year-old fighter jet under such conditions and use it to bomb a base in a foreign territory that is heavily fortified with the most advanced American defense systems. Based on a source from Iranian Air Force, this was not the only operation, and during 40 days of the war, they were constantly invading US bases all over the region. But they haven't talked about it because they don't want their tactics to be revealed. But now NBC has leaked it. The United States did not lose the Iran war because it was weak. It lost because it was arrogant. It assumed technology would prevail. That might be right. But aside from modern missiles and drones, a few loyal pilots with courage and a 60-year-old plane could just bring the superpower to its knees. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe and also to leave your comments below.